This is the Padres POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the
San Diego Padres.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, Padre fan? Welcome to your Padres POSTCAST on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, and I swear to you, I did not zoom in. I don't know what's happening here with this, but maybe we'll cut off part of my head. I don't know, but you see the score there, the finale. You see Jeremiah Estrada. Oh, boy, the walk of shame for Jeremiah Estrada, and not the kind that you see so many times coming out of the gas lamp. I'm going to stop. Not that walk of shame, but the Jeremiah Estrada walk of shame literally was a walk, 4 balls, and then a homer, and just I mean, I don't know how many times major league pitchers have to be reminded that a fastball right down the middle, screaming hit me, is not the way to get anybody out. So they dropped the finale 5-2 today. Plenty of opportunities offensively. They squandered them. Big spot late in the game. Manny's up, bases loaded, 2 away. Arraez before that pops out. Manny grounds out, swings at a 3-0 pitch, tries to pull an outside fastball. Terrible job by a great hitter in that moment, which is so easy for me to say because the hardest thing in the world to do is to hit a round ball with a cylinder, especially with the pitches they throw now and the movement on them. And I think back to guys like Nolan Ryan, and I think back to guys like even Pedro Martinez and Randy Johnson and Roger Clemens. Everybody in the world was petrified of Randy Johnson throwing like 97, 98. Now, like 100-plus guys throw harder than that. It's crazy. And you think about the movement and the sweepers and the foreign pitchers who have come in with all their stuff. And it really is incredible when you think about it. But 5-2 is the final. The series won by the Dodgers 2-1. And really a shame. I mean, the Dodgers' rotation is in shambles. They start a kid yesterday in Sauer. You rip their whole entire organization, it seemed like yesterday. All the pitchers, you score 16 hits. Right? 11 runs on 16 hits. And then today, I'm like, take the Pods in the over because you have a reliever turned starter in this kid from UConn. And I know because my old high school teammate, shout out Chris Pedesville. What's up, Des? Coached him at UConn. And this is this kid, and I can't even, it's ridiculous. For the Dodgers, he makes his first start of the year after, he had a 2.93 ERA and 40 appearances as a reliever, but it's Ben Casparius, the Casparian Sea of just being lost and stranded without a lifeboat in the Casparian Sea tonight were the Padres. So they fall 5-2. I'm here to break it down for you. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, Padres POSTCAST and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Want to thank you for making us your first watch or listen right here on the YouTube channel. We are live. And then, of course, wherever you listen to your podcast. We're on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean. Love you there. Really appreciate you. Come on in. Make sure you follow us, subscribe on there. And on the Roku, you down with OTT? Yeah, you know me, this whole party. And it's a Wednesday in the gas lamp. The Pods are off tomorrow. And then they hit the road, Pods, and you're going to Arizona to Copper Square. Now, the D-Bags just swept the Seattle Mariners, and you're going in there, and they're coming in hot. They're coming in hot. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see what happens there. And then you're going to Chavez Distinct Pot for 4 games against the Dodgers. So you're going 3 in Phoenix and then 4 in LA. And these games could really set the tone for the rest of the season. Now, the trade deadline's coming. They need to do something offensively. Painfully obvious. A reliever turned starter shoves it up your butt for 4 innings. You get 3 innings. You get 1 inning in the second. Bases loaded with nobody out. You score 1 run on a walk, on a bases loaded walk. Gavin Sheets gets thrown out at home on a bang-bang play, but the throw's way off on the first base side. He slides feet first. He slides head first there. He's in easily. I just don't understand. He takes bad paths on fly balls out in left field. I mean, I just don't think Sheets is a ball player all in all. Like, he can rip fastballs, not a breaking ball hitter, but overall IQ, man, slide head first. You're in easy. You never go into home plate feet first, man. What is it? It's not second base or third. You slide head first into home plate. Did you not watch Fernando Tatis yesterday? Someone needs to tell this dude these are basics, along with the pitchers. When you can't throw a strike to save your ass, you don't groove a fastball down the middle to Teoscar Hernandez to rip 490 million feet to straightaway center field. You don't swing at a 3-0 pitch, fastball off the plate outside, and ground out to short to end an inning with the bases loaded. Arraez popped up on the first pitch right before chest high. Too much free swinging. Whatever happened to the art of hitting? Whatever happened? There's a bunch of hackers up there. This isn't beer league softball. Anyway, I'm Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. This is your Padres postcast. I'm going to break it down for you. We'll take you through the scoring summary, inning by inning, what happened in this game, the missed opportunities for the Padres. And then, of course, we'll give you the turning point, the start of the game, and we'll take you to what's coming next. This is your Padres postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And today's episode is brought to you by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year with Monarch Money. On the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Padres postcast, 5-2 the final. The Dodgers take 2 out of 3 from the Padres. And now you hit the road for 7, and this could get ugly real quick. But we're going to stay positive. We're going to break this game and this series down. We got a lot to do in a short time to do it in. So what do you say we get it rolling full speed ahead with your Padres postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Why, oh, why? Now, here's Jeremiah Estrada, who literally comes in, and it's a real tough situation, right? And you're talking about a guy, and it's 5'2", Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, G-R-I-E-S, at Jim Grease _ on social media. Smash that subscribe, hit the bell so you get alerted when we're coming your way with more content, both Javi and me, Javi Arraez, Locked On Padres podcast. Shout out to Javi as well. And then, of course, come on in and say what's up to your boy in the chat. But follow us, like us, subscribe to us, hit the alerts, all those things. Estrada blew it today, man. Estrada blew it in many, many ways. All right, let me get to the recap real first, and then we will break it down a little bit more for you. So looking at this game here overall, I mean, 5-10-1 for the Dodgers, 2-4-0 for the Padres. They have 16 hits yesterday, 4 today, man. This lineup is anemic too many times. I'm just getting sick of it. I mean, you need something in there and somebody in there. And, man, I don't even want to get started on the hitting, coaching, and all that stuff. We don't need to go there yet, but this offense is not good for an elite team looking to make a big run this year. They're not good. They're not good enough. I'll say they're good. They're not great. But Teoscar Hernandez, the 6th inning home run, 3-run shot breaks the tie. It was 1-1. Michael Conforto had gone deep for the Dodgers earlier. He also drove in a run last night when they lost 11-1. Now, remember, they won the opener 8-7 in 10 innings to take 2 out of the 3 of the first games of the season between the rivals. So even with the struggles they have pitching with 14 guys out in their rotation and in their bullpen, the Dodgers are number 1 or number 2 in every major offensive category. And that's major league wide, not just National League wide. All right, the defending World Series champs with the 3 MVPs at the top of the order. You know what I mean? They bounce back even with Kiki Hernandez pitching last night. But Ben Casparius, the Casparian C, 4 innings in his second start of the season. 5 straight Padres reach base in the second, but they get just 1 run. Andy Pages throws out Gavin Sheets at the plate on a 99-mile-per-hour throw when Sheets does not slide headfirst. And why did none of the breakdowns or the analyses, why did none of them say this? How come even on the postgame with the Padres guys on TV, no one says, slide head first, Gavin. Slide head first, bro, and you're in. You're in. Your hand gets in. Easy. Go watch the replay. 3 straight singles. Casparius walks consecutive batters. Martin Maldonado with the bases loaded. Then Fernando flies out. Guess what? On the first pitch, bunch of hackers, beer league softball, beers and cigarettes in their hands as they round the bases when you're hacking like that. I was a hacker. Where am I? I'm talking about the games, not playing in them. You don't want to be a hacker, and especially when a guy can't hit the broadside of a barn. Cliche, I know, I'm sorry. I put it in the fine cup. But the guy can't even, and that pitch was off the plate. It would have been ball 4. Then you walk in a run, it's 4-3. You know what I mean? Jackson Merrill comes up after that. So anyway, Randy Vasquez had a good start. 1 out in the 5th. Conforto homers off him, but he only gave up a couple of hits, couple of walks. Great job by Vasquez. Only that 1 run. They take him out because the 3rd time through, teams are hitting like 400 almost against him this year. So they take him out. They bring in Morejón, who gets Ohtani and all as well, or so we think. That was the 5th inning. So in the 6th, Estrada comes in, all right? Freddie Freeman, okay? Comes an infield hit, right? You strike out Mookie Betts. Freddie Freeman with an infield dribbler with 1 out. He gets on base. Then you bring in Jeremiah Estrada. You replace Morejón, who had gotten Ohtani, gotten Betts. For all intents and purposes, did his job against Freeman. It's an infield hit. You know what I'm saying? It happens, right? And right away, he walks Will Smith. Big Willie Styles all in it, getting jiggy with it. Walks him, right? So then, you know what I mean? You walk him, and you can't throw a strike to save your life, right? He walks him on 4 pitches. Teoscar is up, and he just grooves him a beautiful fastball that I could have hit. I wouldn't have hit it out, but I would have at least fouled it off. It was right down the middle, the epitome of that's a spicy meatball right there. You know what I'm saying? So Then Gavin Sheets with a sac fly in the 6th. And again, in the 6th inning, you only score 1. You had a couple of flyouts in there, but you had Manny on second with only 1 away after a leadoff single by Arraez, or was it a walk? One or the other. Manny hits it to a fielder's choice, beats out the double play. They throw it in the dugout. He's on second, ends up scoring on Sheets' sac fly, but that's it. And again, Michael Kopech walks the bases loaded with 1 out in the 7th. This is his first appearance off the IR. Anthony Banda comes on, and they walk Fernando, and then it wasn't on purpose, but they didn't give him anything good to hit. Then 3-time batting champ Luis Arraez, what does he do? He pops up on the first pitch that was high out of the zone, and then Manny Machado on a 3-0 pitch swings at one outside off the plate, pulls it to shortstop instead of going with it, which he normally does, swings it, and there was movement on the pitch. A bad idea by Manny and a bad idea by Arraez, but 3 key spots in the game: Fernando, Arraez, and Manny. Arraez and Manny back-to-back in the 7th, Fernando in the 2nd. They're hacking at the first pitch when the pitcher can't find the plate. There's a problem there. That's not the most professional approach to hitting. Those guys know that. The free swinging works out sometimes, but not always, and that was rough, So remember, they were up on this team 2-1 last year, and they seem to just be that nemesis, and people are calling it a rivalry. I'm sorry. There is no rivalry. There's only a rivalry when each team wins. There's only a rivalry when both are World Series champs, or both have won divisions, or both have knocked each other out of the playoffs. This has not happened in this rivalry. So it's not a rivalry. It's not Yankees-Red Sox, obviously, and it's a Southern California competition for attention. But right now, it's not a rivalry. The Padres, and of course, all you Padre fans, would love for it to be one, but I'm here to tell you it's not. And it's not going to be unless they make some moves for this offense, and just so many times today they had opportunity after opportunity, could not come through. We've seen it game in and game out. Look at the third Giants game, they blow a 5-run lead. The last Giants game, 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs in the 9th, base hit, puts them ahead, you win the game. Yesterday, the game 1 of this series, in extra innings, So Trevino gets the win. It just Alex Vesia strikes out the side in the 9th for his save. The Padres are going to go to Arizona. Steven Kolek's going to start the opener there, but that's what happened in this game here. Nothing really too fancy. They had a couple opportunities, the 2nd, the 6th, the 7th. Couldn't get the big hit. And then when they had the chance with, they did everything right. Schilt made the right move, taking out Vasquez. Morejon does his job. But Estrada was pitching great, man. He got Mookie. And then all of a sudden, look, you get Freddie on a tapper toward third, and he was red hot. The only guy at the top of their lineup who hit anything all weekend was Freddie Freeman. He was killing him. And Freddie Freeman dribbles 1 to 3rd. It's an infield hit, man. And, had that not been a hit, had they been able to retire Freeman there you did your job, you get a ground ball toward 3rd, right? So an infield hit. And that's sometimes the way the ball bounces and the way things go. But unfortunately, they did not go the right way for the Padres. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. If you're live on YouTube, give me a hell yeah. Hit us with that subscribe. Smash the bell so you get alerts when we're coming your way with more content. Myself and Javier Reyes, Locked On Padres podcast. Same YouTube channel, same audio channel, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iHeart, and Apple, and more. Wherever you listen to your podcasts, you can follow us there. You can comment there. Mailbag on YouTube. And then we're on Roku, and we're free there as well. 5-2 the final score. The Padres fall to the Dodgers. Only 4 hits a day after they put up 16. Only 2 runs a day after they put up 11. They had 6 times in this game where they went 1, 2, 3. And a lot of strikeouts, man. Just a good job by the Dodgers ragtag pitching staff in this game, and a bad job by the Padres offense. And there's no other way to say it. It is what it is. And I still have last night's, background up. So let me just change that real quick for you. And I don't know why I still have that up there. Let me just make sure that is, I'll have to change it after. I don't even know how to upload it right now without messing up the show. So I will, let me real quick just do that for you. Live right here. I'm going to enter the studio. I'm going to turn down my mic. I'm going to mute myself here. And you guys are going to see me do this. I'm going to hit a break in just a second, but I have to make this right. And I don't know why it isn't. So let me just do this here. Mute all that. And just take a second here to upload. And sorry guys, live and in Technicolor, you know what I'm saying? And of course it's not uploaded yet, so everybody makes mistakes, and I made one today, but I don't understand why this isn't uploaded. So we will get this done. We're going to take a quick break, and we will come back and give you the star of the game. We'll give you the box score. We'll give you the turning point, and we'll get you ready for that opener against the Diamondbacks in the 7-game road trip The opener's Friday after a rare day off during this stretch tomorrow. Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. 5-2 the final.
This is the Padres Postcast, your instant game reaction for the
San Diego Padres.
part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, there we go. We got this for you. I don't know how cut this in half. I'm getting better at this. But man, oh man, here we go. Bang, we're just going to download that right here. Dun, 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 dun. There I am. Sorry, guys. We are doing this right now. Boom. And then we are in the studio, so we're just going to do it. And Jaja right here. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing like doing this live, right? But 5-2 the final, and I think Vasquez deserved better. He pitched really well today, and they did not help him any. I had a couple of opportunities to really help him offensively, and they did not get it done. There it is. Now we gotcha. And we are bada bing. How about that? Hey, there we go. I have to figure out how to do that without the echo if I have that in there. So sorry about that, guys. Really appreciate you being patient with me. Smash subscribe, ring the bell, all those things. Come on in with the comments. We'll get to them. We're not live wherever you listen, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, and we're not live on Roku, but we are live on YouTube, Locked On Padres Podcast. Let's get that subscriber number up. Let's get the views up. We're doing great with the downloads, great on YouTube, and the Roku is catching on. 5-2 Dodgers the final. We are going to give you some great words from a couple of our fantastic sponsors. And when we come back, we're still not going anywhere, but come back from the commercials, we will talk to you about what happened in this game as far as the turning point, what happened in this game as far as the start of the game, and then moving forward to the next series. It's Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. All right, and we are rolling right along on your Wednesday. Let's see. We are. All right. So this will be an everlasting love. This will be. Is this the right way? Yep. All right. I'm going to tell you about Monarch Money. You ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, entertainment, and the gas lamp district, it's easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in. Your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. And we love this, right? You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So you stop just managing your money and you start building wealth. For example, when I started using Monarch, I had no idea how much I spent. Food delivery. Now I budget smarter and save more. The all-in-one convenience is incredible, right? I don't have to juggle multiple apps anymore. You too can use Monarch to check your finances, track spending, even plan long-term goals, and it's easy to collab. So whether it's a personal partnership, a business partnership, hey, your kids, whatever, managing money is smoother than ever with other people. You can track shared and personal accounts, set goals, stay on the same page without the stress. So take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% half off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for 50% half off your first year with Monarch Money on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. All right. And next I get a chance to tell you about Supply House, my skilled tradespeople out there. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades. Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need, delivered fast from coast to coast. If you need help with an order, hey, no problemo. Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service. You'll always talk to a real person, and that is huge. For the trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free TradeMaster program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled trades professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trademaster program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. All right, there you go. So supplyhouse.com, beautiful offer and opportunity there. I want to thank you for making us your first watch or listen and your second every day. The podcast with Javi, the postcast with moi, and we are setting records. The numbers going through the roof. We're on YouTube. We're on Roku. If you want to see us live, it's on YouTube. Go to Roku after. You know what I mean? OTT, yeah, you know me. And then wherever you listen, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Podbean, iHeart, you can join us there as well. 5-2 the final. Pods drop one today in the finale to the Dodgers. And, you know, it's just not looking good right now for them offensively. And, you know, yesterday gives you a little false hope. The 16 hits, the 11 runs. And then today, you got a converted reliever being a spot starter, and you can't get more than 4 hits in the game. And, you know, it's major leagues. It's tough, right? Not easy to do. But the Padres got 1 in the first, 1 in the sixth. The Dodgers 1 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth, 1 in the ninth. 5-10-1 for LA, 2-4-0 for San Diego. For the Dodgers, 2-4 for Will Smith, an RBI and a run scored. And, of course, Teoscar Hernandez, the big 3-run homer. And he went 1-for-5. It was Casparius, the reliever turned starter, 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Then Trevino, Dreyer, Yates, Kopech, Banda, Scott, and Vesia. Scoreless relief for the Dodgers. Meanwhile, for the Padres, in the box score, right? San Diego, Tatis 0-for-3. Arraez 0-for-3. Machado 0-for-4. Merrill 1-for-4. Sheets 1-for-3 with an RBI. Bogaerts 1-for-4. Cronenworth 1-for-4. Sheets got thrown out at the plate on his single in the second. You know what I mean? And then Maldonado 0-for-1 with an RBI, had the bases loaded, walk. So pitching-wise, Vasquez 4 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, 4 strikeouts, only 70 pitches thrown. And then Morejon, unfortunately, got the loss because of Freddie Freeman's infield single. He strikes out Ohtani, retires Betts, and gives up an infield dribbler. This game's cruel, man. He gets the loss because Estrada comes in for 2/3 of an inning, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, the horrible walk, couldn't find the strike zone, and then he grooves one to Hernandez. Matsui was great. Adam was great, each in an inning, although Adam gave up 2 hits. Peralta, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, an earned run. Morgan comes in for a third. So not the best day for them either. And then, you know, you start looking at the Padres here, and you're 2-for-5 with runners scoring position, but you left 7 on base. You didn't have a lot of guys on base, didn't draw the walks, not a ton of hits. All right, couple of things to do. Short time to do them in. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Padres postcast, 5-2 the final. Dodgers steal the game and the series win. How'd they do it in this game in particular? Let's go.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I mean, it could be said that this was huge right here. Gavin Sheets thrown out at home, sliding feet first on a single from Cronenworth in the second inning. It would have, you know, obviously at the time been a second run in that inning. You only got 1 run when you have the bases loaded and nobody out. The first 5 Padre hitters reach base, and you get 1. You get 1 run. And this was a huge moment in the game when, you know, when Pages throws out Gavin Sheets at the dish. But really, that you can't go with anything else but this. And this is what happened tonight. And I don't see, there it is. We'll use this one. You know, I mean, Teoscar Hernandez, the 3-run homer to center field after they walk. Freddie Freeman gets the infield hit, and then the walk to Will Smith. And, you know, Estrada wasn't close on any of the pitches. After Morejon came in, gets Ohtani to end the 5th in back of Vasquez. Vasquez gave up the homer to Conforto on the way out. Either of those things doesn't happen. The 3-run homer doesn't, but that's definitely the turning point of the game. And next we go to...
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Obviously, the 3-run shot for Hernandez, you know, and then you had Freddie Freeman doing well as well. But, man, as for a player of the game, from the Padres side, Vasquez was good. A couple things about the bullpen were good, but we didn't have a player of the game in this game, so it's Teoscar Hernandez. All right, a couple of quick comments from the YouTube stream. Player of the game was Will Smith. Why was Will Smith the player of the game? Because he walked? I mean, he was 2-for-4 with an RBI and a run scored. But definitely Hernandez with the 3-run shot was the difference in the game. And so that's what I would say. would be that. So it would be, Teo 2. And Will Smith, I mean, he was good. I'll give him that. He was good. And he had that big walk that he drew as well. But I would give it to Teoscar and nobody from the Padres. By the way, while the audience is surging, real quick, want to remind you, day in and day out, Javier Arraez, Locked On Padres podcast. Wherever you have us right now, you'll have him too. That means YouTube, Locked On Padres podcast channel. That means Roku, same thing with the postcast. And then wherever you get your podcast that you listen to. Numbers been huge there. Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean. Come on in, join that rising tide and your tribe of Padres fans. It was Jeremiah Estrada. Man, a cruel, cruel outing from Morejon to get the loss on an infield single when Estrada blew the game. And then you couldn't come up with a big hit in the second. Couldn't do it multiple times. You couldn't do it in the seventh, in the sixth and the seventh. And in the seventh, you have Manny up, out. You have Arraez and Manny coming up, bases loaded, 1 out. And Luis Arraez hacks at the first pitch, almost chin high, pops it up. Manny on a 3-0 fastball. The dude still never hit the strike zone. Walked Fernando before that. Just unbelievable how they just kind of handed this over. No plate discipline. You're hacking like a beer league softball team, and you're wondering why you can't beat the Dodgers. You're wondering why. And there's why. And Andy Pages with the throw. But you know what I mean? Himmy, let's be real. If Gavin Sheets knows a thing or two and his baseball IQ were above like a 14, he would have slid head first and scored there. I mean, that was ridiculous. Head first slide, he scores easily. You don't ever slide feet first, ever, into home plate. I mean, that's how I was raised in the game. That's how almost everybody was raised in the game. But like a lot of the old heads, I sometimes end up scratching mine. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, good win for the Dodgers. The Padres will be in L.A. next week. There's no crybaby. Okay, Himmy, it's the truth what happened. But you know what I mean? Gavin something. Yeah, we'll not say what he used to describe Gavin's Sheets. Instead of Sheets, he wrote something else that has 1 vowel instead of 2 and a different letter. Yeah, he kind of did that today. Or the same dude who ran into a wall a week and a half ago, face first, because he can't get a jump on a fly ball because he's not a left fielder. And he's not a cleanup hitter. They have to do something with this lineup right now, because it's clearly not good enough. When you can't hit the crap that the Dodgers are throwing out there for this rotation, and it's not even their fault. They got 14 guys injured. You think you got it bad with Darvish out and King out. Huh. Nah. Try having Glasnow out and Blake Snell out and everybody and their brother out for the Dodgers, starters and bullpen. And you can't, in the game today, you get 4 hits and 2 runs, and you have 6 1-2-3 innings against this ragtag assembly of somehow big league arms that the Dodgers are forced to roll out there, because for the second year in a row, and it was remarkable that they were able to win it last year with a second string pitching rotation, and they still won it. Their offense is 1 or 2 in every category. They're a great team. Your offense is terrible right now. You had some big games against the Rockies and a big game here. So there you go. We'll see. But right now, Fernando's really struggling. Right now, you had your best guy up there, your 2 best hitters, Arraez and Manny, in that spot with Merrill waiting in the wings, and you couldn't get anything done in the 7th. You didn't deserve to win this game, did not deserve to win the series. All right, keep watching Padres podcast and the postcast. We'll be back Friday. First pitch 6:40 right afterwards. The Padres and the D-backs. You have collect call from Arizona coming on Friday night. Until Friday, keep your game tight and your mind right, Padre fan. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Padres postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. 5-2 Dodgers, 2-1 in the series. And yeah, no chance with the Padres going into first place here. In fact, real quick on the way out the door, let's take a look at the standings, and we will tell you that with that win, the Dodgers go 2 games up on the Padres, and they're a game ahead of the Giants, who play tonight against the Rockies in Colorado. All they do is win one-run games. They've won like 6 one-run games in a row, the Rockies. So that's all there is. There is no more. Thank you for watching Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Again, 5-2 the final, 2-1 in the series. Dodgers beat the Padres. We'll talk to you Friday night right here with your Padres Postcast. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, smash that bell so you get the alerts. Come on in and say what up to your boy on the way out. Make it a great night. Don't hurt anybody. Be good to one another. We'll talk to you Friday.